Hello everybody, Aaron with Guns and Stuff. Today you can see I am not in the normal location. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do another new shooter unbiased opinion. We're gonna use the SCAR 16S and the Glock 19X. So we're gonna see for a first time shooter which is easier to use, a handgun or a rifle. I'm with my friend Paul today. Paul, if you could just introduce yourself and say what you do here.
Paul Callahan, I'm the co-owner of Bullfrog Nutrition. We're in Sylvania, right in Saxon Square. Really just all your fitness needs. So supplementation wise, you know, anything for proteins, pre-workouts, amino acids. So definitely more on the fitness side of expertise, not on the gun side, so should be interesting.
Well, that's why I'm here.
Right.
So just a couple questions then. So the first question, I guess, have you ever shot a gun before?
Nope.
Have you ever held a gun before?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, fair enough. So do you think it's gonna be easier to shoot a handgun or a rifle without ever like seeing them out in front of you or doing it before?
Seems like it would be handgun.
A handgun, okay,
Yeah.
that's cool. The next question is, do you think there's going to be a lot of recoil with either of them?
That's my biggest question in my own head. So
really?
I would think with the bigger one.
Yeah. Everyone's opinion is always like there's huge, crazy amounts of recoil.
Mm-hmm.
So my last question is, and again, I'm going to ask him these same three questions at the end to make sure if the answers didn't change or anything. And my last question is, say you were going to shoot with Gabby, would you want to start a handgun or a rifle with her?
Handgun, I would think.
Yep, perfect.
Yeah.
That's exactly how it goes. So at the range I work at, that's exactly how those three questions get answered all the time. So what we're going to do is we're going to shoot and see if his opinions change afterwards. We're just going to have a normal range day with a lot of filming in it. My last question for you is more on the supplement side.
Mm-hmm.
So when I go to the shooting range, just like any other sport or activity, by the end I'm really fatigued because it's hard to drink a lot of water and eat while we're out there. And you'll find that out today. It just gets busy and you just keep moving. So when that happens, you always face fatigue, right? And you get tired and then your shooting goes down and then afterwards you're just kind of bummed for the rest of the day.
Mm-hmm.
So my thing is at the end of the range day, I never want to go to the gym because I'm so tired. What is a product that you have in your shop that you recommend to somebody like me?
Well, that's a really interesting question because I think a lot of people would probably look at like stimulants or caffeine for something like that because you're saying energy, don't get tired. But you know, when you have too much caffeine, it is a vasoconstrictor, so it restricts your blood vessels, decreases your blood flow, and one of the side effects of that is less blood flow to your extremities, including your hands, obviously. So that's why your hands get shaky when you take too much pre-workout. So I definitely wouldn't recommend anything on the stimulant side because we don't want shaky hands.
Exactly.
You know, a good product would be Karbolyn Hydrate, just complex carbs, patented complex carbs with some hydration formula to it. So, you know, you get your potassium, your sodium, things like that that kind of keep you hydrated, you know, while you're out there. But, you know, Karbolyn it's complex carbs that break down quickly. They don't affect, you know, it's not high glycemic, it's very low glycemic, so they don't affect your blood sugar or insulin. So as far as a fitness standpoint goes, it's really good for your metabolism because it's quick burning calories, but it's natural quick burning calories, you know, that will keep you going without the stimulant, and we sell that a lot of times instead of things like caffeine.
Exactly.
So,
Paul knows so much about the supplements, it's insane. If I have questions, I always come in here. So if you guys are a local viewer in the area, because I know there's a lot of you out there, you definitely need to come stop in the shop because he can help you get anything you need for any fitness goal that you have. So what we're going to do is we're going to hop in the car, I'm going to give the range brief on the way there, and then we're just going to get shooting.
did I graze it? My glasses are too bad.
Fogged up.
Yeah. Alright, that went where I thought it was going to go. That makes more sense. now it's
easy money.
Now it's a lot better. Is that enough slam? Okay. Where's this hand go?
Right there.
Right here?
Yep.
All right. Just gonna shoot one, right?
Nope, you got a bunch in there.
No, I mean like one at a time?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Just put that farther in your shoulder. There you go.
Okay. This is much easier. This is so much easier. I want to hit that one like 100 times now because I got payback with it.
Just keep hitting it.
Now it's moving. I can hit it when it moves with this. This is so much easier.
All right, so we just finished doing some handgun work, and he did really good. What'd you think about it?
More recoil on the handgun.
On the handgun?
Than I would have thought.
So you think there was more, like, before you came out here, did you think there was going to be a ton of recoil on the handgun? I remember I asked you this in the shop.
No.
Did you think there was a lot of recoil on the handgun?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that only because you then shot the MP5 and realized that there was no recoil?
Yes,
okay.
Probably. Because I don't know. I mean, relatively, if I wouldn't have shot the MP5, maybe that wouldn't seem like much, but it's 3-4 times as much, it seems like.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Do you have issues getting the sights on, issues manipulating the gun, anything like that?
The sights on, because, so what I learned that's interesting is it's actually not, it's about how you aim, obviously, but a lot of the aim has to do with how you pull the trigger too, and I didn't know that. So
oh yeah, hey, you
beginner's luck. And then I started thinking about it a lot, and then I missed some. But
that's how it works. But he did hit almost all of them right in the beginning.
Yeah.
And then as soon as we gave him the MP5, he hit every single shot without a miss.
Yeah.
So right now, before we move to the
You feel
SCAR,
like a professional, don't you?
this is your first time ever even seeing a suppressor, isn't it, in real life?
Yeah.
Now you heard the gunshot without it and with it on. What'd you think?
Well, without, it's piercing. You know, it's like it's piercing to the ear, but then, you know, with it on there, I mean, it just sounds very normal. Not a very loud, not a piercing noise.
Do you think it's like what the movies portray it to be?
To a sense, yeah. I mean, it definitely wasn't like 100% silent.
Yeah, exactly.
But there was some noise to it, but it was absolutely a lot less than without it.
If you were to bring somebody with you for a first-time shooter, would you say it's easier to shoot a handgun, or in this case, a short-barreled rifle?
Absolutely,
the rifle for sure.
100%. Yeah.
Cool, man. All right, well, we're gonna keep shooting, and we'll see you in a little bit. Hit.
That was loud and intense. All right.
So what I want you to
Did I
do
get that?
is bring this into your shoulder. Like pull it tight to your body.
Yeah, I didn't feel it. Ooh, that's surprising.
You
that
hit
was
it.
So far away.
Was it easy or hard?
Easy.
What do you think?
It's a little easier to sit, but it's not that big of a, I don't think it's a huge difference.
Ready?
Yep.
Okay, so we just finished up shooting the rifle, and we did do some handgun. So before we go to the 300, we're gonna have them shoot for a little bit of distance for fun. Which one of these do you think was easier?
The big one.
The SCAR?
Yeah, the SCAR.
So again, we used the SCAR 16 and the Glock 19X. So the SCAR was easier. So if you had to recommend a rifle or a handgun for a first-time shooter, which would you recommend?
Rifle.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
So if you remember in the beginning, he said handgun at first.
It's definitely not what you would think.
Recoil-wise, what'd you think for both of them?
The handgun has still a lot. I can't really do it one-handed. There's so much, but then
a lot.
The SCAR, there's not that much, and I feel like you can even make it less by hold on.
Pulling it into your body like before. Yeah, I showed you. The thing about the handguns is there's not a ton of recoil, but it's about getting used to what it has. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just about doing it over and over again. We did use the MP5, and that was just a dream compared to both of these, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, that thing was sweet. We had him do mag changes for the handgun and the rifle. How do you think that went?
Pretty good. I mean, it's working with the elements, you know, so it's hot, sweaty. But, you know, that comes along with it. I'm assuming if you're, whatever you're using the range for or firing for, you know, that's got to come along with it. So
exactly, which is a huge part of it. And like I was explaining to him at the shooting range I work at, everybody, like the person who knows the guns loads it up and then gives it to the person who doesn't know it. So I wanted him to be comfortable with the functions of the handgun and the rifle. So if for him he's ever in a situation that he needs to know how to do it, he can, rather than not knowing. So hopefully that was beneficial for you.
Oh yeah, it was a lot of learning, but definitely good. I mean, I'm glad I know how to do it.
Yeah, and we had to do some push-ups and shoot, so you can see how everything works together.
Heart rate up, sweat, mag changes, everything that comes with it. So can't complain about any of it.
We'll do it out at 300. We'll see how he does. Hit. Hit. Hit.
Yeah, I got it. No.
That was a hit. So what was that?
That's 5.
Yep. Hit.
What's the record? It's the world.
10 for 10.
Oh yeah.
Hit. All right, so we just finished out at the 300 meter. He hit like 7 in a row, which was awesome. What'd you think?
I guess I'm a natural.
Yeah.
No, definitely not. But this is easy to shoot. That's what it is. So, you know, especially with the platform there, whatever you know, it's standing up. So, but I don't know if I could hit it standing up, but sitting down with time, you know, it's more of a controlled atmosphere. It's not nearly as hot in here, but yeah, it's easy to shoot.
Yeah. So, again, you would pick a rifle for a new shooter.
Mm-hmm.
Easy. Yeah, well, as you can see, things are coming out to the range, but it's hot. Like, we are both, I wore a dark shirt, so you can't see it. But I am just as sweaty right now.
It's bad.
So you can see how, like, being at the range all day, you get, like, very fatigued. And, like, you get tired and dehydrated.
And it looked like it was going to be cloudy today, so this was my attire.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, there seems like there's all kinds of things that come into play that are not under your control, you know. So once you start sweating and your hands are shaking, or even do a little bit of exercise like we did with the push-ups, it becomes a lot harder.
Which is exactly why we were talking about supplementation in the beginning, and because I always bring Karbolyn to the range with me. And unfortunately, I didn't bring it today because I can't plan apparently. But if I did take it, I'd be feeling better than I did right now. So,
you know, the Karbolyn hydrate with electrolytes, potassium, sodium, things like that, and then natural quick burning fuel, amino acids that you're probably depleting out here. So there's all kinds of things that would help someone get through something like this, make it a little bit easier. So if you guys want to learn more about supplements, fitness in general, I've got a lot of really good YouTube videos with a lot of really huge fitness names in the industry, some of the biggest that are around. Just Paul Callahan on YouTube. You guys can follow that, check that out.
It's really cool because some of the supplements that I use, he has met the owners and founders of these companies and done like interviews with them, which is awesome. So if you guys want to learn any more about supplementation or anything like that, I can put in the supplements that I use in the description below, and definitely check out his YouTube channel because there is tons of stuff on there for just information in general, learning about what's right for you. So,
and everything that we tag will be available at the shop too.
Perfect. Obviously. Yeah, and if you want to, you can look at their online website because you do have that online store set up, right?
Yep, so anyone that's not obviously in the area or doesn't want to make the drive, we do have the online store. So, you guys see it on the Aaron's YouTube, we'll give you a discount. Just shoot us a message and tell us what you want, and we'll take a little bit off it.
For sure. That's why you guys should support a local business, okay? Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully this helps you out. If you take a new shooter to the range, do not shy away from the rifles. The rifles are the way to go.